Hi! So, today I finished the Alpha's Curvy Match 2.2, which I'm very pleased about because, going through there, I almost think I was going to do it. I was going to finish it. But I pushed through and it's done. Interesting thing, I knew basically how I was going to start it. And when I woke up when I woke up today, uh, like I didn't exactly know it was like I knew the outlines of what I was going to say, and then finally I sat at my desk and the first line came to me and I wrote that first line down. Just the next 1,500 words just kind of poured out of me, which was kind of nice. But then I hit a kind of a lull where I didn't know what was going to happen next, because the first part was okay, that part was obvious, but the second part I wasn't so sure about. So I laid in bed thinking, is this it? Is this all I'm gonna write today? Is this what I've come down to? I used to write 6,000 words a day, and now I only write 1,500. But I sat and thought about it, and then it's funny. Like I have. It's not even writer's block. I have my subconscious is what does my writing for me, right? So I allow my subconscious to write it, and I allow it to filter down to my consciousness, and that's what I write. Sounds all meta and stuff, but that's really my process. And I get writer's block when I am about to do something incorrect. So if I think the story is going one way and I go to write the story, I won't be able to write a single word because I lock up. And then I have to sit back and I have to kind of think, okay, what's the problem here? And it's always because I was about to take the story in the wrong direction. And that's kind of what happened today. I was laying in bed. I was thinking, man, I can't go on. I just have nothing else I can write. I'm just blocked for the day. And then I gave it some thought and I went, oh, you know what? That's why. That's because I was going the wrong direction, because this is pivotal. I mean, what I was going to not write is pivotal for the rest of the story. How could I possibly have not thought about that? So once I realized that, I worked out some more details and I sat down and I finished it and I got it out there and it's edited and it's being uploaded, which means that it should be available in the next 12 hours. So maybe Saturday morning, hopefully, cross my fingers. If not, like Saturday afternoon, but it should be there for Sunday. So that was my day. But I did have a realization as well. Last time I said that something in my life has to change, and I figured out what it is. So recently, well, not recently, but I've been complaining about not getting a lot of sleep for years. Like I get 6.5 hours of sleep. It's crazy. And I read a study a while ago that says that the reason why we age is because we get less and less sleep. So there's less and less time for our body to recuperate our cells, to regenerate and all that stuff. And that's literally what ages us. The fact that we get less and less sleep as we get older. And I thought to myself at the time, I'm only getting 6.5 hours of sleep. At most. That's what I was getting. It was horrible. And I could just feel myself aging by the second. But recently I have windows and I hate having to close my blinds. So what I did was I put on frosting on it, on on the windows in my bedroom, so that no one can see in, because my windows are sort of low. And I always left my blinds open. And I decided one day last week to close my blind, even though I had closed my blinds before and it did nothing in terms of sleep. I used to always have my blinds closed and I would always get 6.5 hours of sleep. But ever since I've closed my blinds this most recent time, I've been getting between 8.5, 9 hours and 7 hours of sleep. So between 7 and 9.5, 9 hours of sleep, which is great, except I'm having a problem falling asleep because I've shifted my sleep schedule. So now I've been going to sleep between like 2:30 and 3:30 a.m., which, you add 7 to 8 hours to 9 hours of sleep on that. That means I'm getting up at like 11:30 a.m. out of bed. And that's the problem. The problem is that I only have a desire or a kind of a impulse to write until maybe 3:34, maybe 5 or 5:30 if I really push it. So if I start writing at noon, that means that I only get a couple of hours of writing in there, which means I'm only getting like 2,500 words a day or 1,500 words a day or something like that. So what I think has to happen is I have to figure out how to fall asleep faster, because it's not like I'm going to sleep late. I'm going to bed at like 12:30 or so. But yet I'm not falling asleep until 3:30. So I gotta figure out a solution to that. But what I need to do is I need to get to bed early, or I need to fall asleep earlier so that I can get up earlier and start writing earlier to get more done. That's one thing. That's one thing that I'm going to change. And then the other thing was, what was I going to say? Well, that's all I'm going to talk about today. It's already too long. So please check out the Alpha's Curvy Match 2.1, and the link is below. And as soon as 2.2 becomes available, I'll post that below as well. And also, I've never said this, but please subscribe to this channel so so you know when a new video is coming in, when you know a new book has been released. And if you like this video, or like me, please like the video so other people could possibly find it when they type stuff into YouTube. Have a good day, and I will talk to you on Monday, maybe? Bye.